So once again, good day, everyone. And I'm going to share with you about the Feng Shui forecast for 2024, which is this year, and also where are the good energies, which sector having a good energies, and which sector having the negative energies, and how do we make use of that. And for anyone who is joining me, please help me like and share this Facebook Live so we have more people joining us. And you can say hi as well. So I saw Irimia. I think I remember this name. I think probably the last couple of times you have joined my live sessions before. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the slide bigger and then put myself smaller so we can see the slide. Is it like this? Yes. All right. So this year, 2024, is the dragon year. Yeah. And is also starting on period 9. And this will be officially starting on the 4th of February. So we are still not yet into the dragon year, and we are still not yet into the period 9. So officially starting February 4th, 2024, which is in about less than a month. And what does this mean? What are the outlook in terms of Feng Shui for this year? And I will focus more on the flying stars and information about the Sha Qi, where are the areas. For the personal outlook on personal forecast, I already have post on my Facebook page on the different animal signs, so you can have a look on that. So today's session will be focused more on the Feng Shui forecast, and that will particularly focus more on the flying stars. And I also will put another layer on to look at the bigger pictures. Yeah. And before I start, you can also join me in my Telegram channel. I just recently started this channel where, to get connected, to the people who interested in Feng Shui or want to know more of Feng Shui. So I will upload more and more information in my Telegram channel as well. So if you'd like to connect with me, so you can join my Telegram channel. So let's start. If you're familiar with the flying star, I think you know what this means. So we put the energy, which is represented by the star, and these stars represent by certain numbers. Yeah, you can see from 1 to 9. And if you are not familiar with the flying star, you may see that what is this all about? What is this all? The sector of the number. So actually, the flying stars is the stars from the North Dipper. The 7 stars from the North Dipper, and it actually has a Chinese name. And of course, throughout many years, if I want to present, and if many Feng Shui consultants want to present the flying stars or explain the flying stars in the Chinese name, and that's going to be very, very long. So, for example, star 1 is greedy wolf stars. So, and also called one white star. So to be simplified, one white star, and now we simplify again, star 1. So this is how it works. So star 2, for example, the real name or original name is actually the huge door star. Later on, it has changed, not changed. I mean, the name is still there, but to make it easier to communicate and explain to the people, so then we put it to like, okay, two black star. And now to make it even easier to explain, star 2. So this is how it works. So if you have seen some classic Chinese or Chinese classic text related to Feng Shui, you probably will see all those names like Goody Wolf Star and Huge Door Star or Broken Soldier Stars and all that thing. And this year, these stars are being, this is the energy distribution or the energy mapping in the sectors. Yeah. So we have let me start with the Southeast. So in the Southeast, we have star 2. And in period 9, as you may know, star 2 will be no longer as the illness star. Previously, in the last 80 years, star 2 has been named as an illness star. because that has a potential in bringing, especially accumulated illness. But however, starting period 9, star 2 is no longer a illness star. It is a future prosperous star. And what does it mean? So it means that the negative effect of the star 2 is reduced. And basically, star 2 itself is also a wealth star. Yeah. If you understand a flying star, you'll know that the Earth-related star, they are usually is the wealth star. So, so for the annual flying star, the star 2 is still have some negative, yeah, because what is being positive on the star 2 is on your flying star, your natal chart, your flying star natal chart. Then you can make use of it when you see the star 2 in your flying star natal chart. You can use that. But for the annual star and the monthly star, I will still be cautious about that. They may still have negative effect on star 2, yeah, unless you have a very good external environment, like good natural water or mountain outside your star 2 that probably you can use. So I will say that if you want to activate the star 2 in the coming years, still use it with caution. So it maybe still have some negative effect. We can't tell because it was the last 80 years, and now the first time people getting, for our generation or the previous generation, getting the period 9 and star 2 getting prosperous, and I would say still use it with cautions. Yeah, so we star 2 in the southeast, and we have let's look at the negative one. So star 5 this year is going to be on the west. So last year in 2023, star 5, you see that on the west corner sector now. Yeah, last year was in northwest, so this year is in west. And if you may know that last year the west is also the year breaker, and so it wasn't really a good sector to use last year in the west. And this year we have a 5 yellow star 5 in the west sector. So what does it mean? So star 5 is among all the stars, is the most inauspicious or the most negative stars among 9 of them. So I would not advise you to really use this sector actively, and also do not activate star 5 in your sector, because that also means bringing disaster or bringing accidents or undesirable obstacle or incidents if you activate star 5. So that what we do not want to do on the west corner. So what is a good sector? Actually, we can look into the east, the northeast, southwest, northwest not bad, and north as well. So you can see that the positive star are the 1, 6, 8, 9, and 4. Yeah, so these are the sectors that you can make good use of that, or you can activate this energy. Depends on what you want to achieve this year. Depends on what is your goal, because there's no point that you activate every sectors just because you want to get everything, because energies or this chi is all about staying relevant. When you activate it, you need to also put effort and do something that is relevant to what you want to achieve. If you are just sleeping there, for example, if you want to, let's say if you want to activate star 1, which is bringing normal or mentor or good network, helpful people into your life, or gaining more wisdoms, right, these years. So, but if you use star 1, but then you basically just do nothing there, you're just sleeping there, the effect will be really, really small, or rather slow, or not significant at all, because you do something that is relevant. So you are not really like sync with the energies that having it there. Yeah. And also same for star 6 and star 8 and star 9 as well. How do you want to use that? So, but before making your decisions, how do you want to use that? I think this is important that you need to know your house facing directions. Yeah. You know how to put your, especially the 24 mountain compass onto your floor plan. If you know how to do that, then you will know how to use the exact location and where are the areas that you can make good use of that. Yeah. So this is a general energy distributions or the flying star distribution for the 2024. I would like to share with you because I would like to put extra information on top of this current 2024 flying star, because in Feng Shui we can put on many layers, so we don't just use single layers. So we put extra layers, and then we will see the quality of the sector there as well. And later on, I also will share with you where are the negative sha qi, the negative energy, not from the flying star, but from the sun, from the this year annual energy from sun sha, and from there you will see. Then that can probably help you to make a better decision how you want to select the good sector for you to activate this energy, and also to know where are the area that you cannot basically activate or touch. Yeah. So let me share with you here. Other than the flying star, I would like to share with you the Qi as well. So do not get panic if you see that with all the Chinese word, because in Qi there are more elements that we put into these sectors. Yeah, they have a different meaning or different elements that we use to interpret different in a different way. Yeah, to look into a different sectors. So this chart, I get it from the Joey Yap. So this chart is from Joey Yap, and this is a Qi Tunjia chart for the year of 2024. So do not need to pay attention, or do not need to get worried about all these Chinese words. They have a different meanings. They are different compared to the flying star. So this is a more complicated level when we look at the Qi Tunjia. Yeah. So for Qi Tunjia here, in short, I will say Qi. Yeah. So for Qi here, actually, if we look at perhaps many of you will say like, oh, period 9 is coming. So next year, the star number 9, let me look at back. The star number 9 is in the southwest, and I want to make good use of star 9. Yeah, because star 9 is the most prosperous star now in period 9, and star 9 is in southwest, and I want to make good use of the southwest. So, but then let's look at southwest in Qi. Yeah. So from Qi perspective, in the southwest, it's not so good. Yeah. We have the door and the deity. Yeah. And also the stars here, which are the not positive or inauspicious, if I want to say in the layman term. So I don't want to explain in detail or tell the meaning, because I don't want to cause confusion or what does it mean? Confusion, or you get afraid of seeing certain, knowing the word, but it is not something super scary or whatever, but it is on another layer we look at. So if you want to, for example, if you want to look into like star 9, you want to activate star 9, then you really need to think about what you want to achieve. If you want to use the sector of the southwest. Yeah, because here we have a death door. This in Chinese word means death. Doesn't mean that you're that person going to have a big situation leading to that situation. No, it's just the term used for that particular door. Yeah, in Qi. Yeah. So meaning in this case, if you want to use southwest, you want to activate your star 9, which is the most prosperous star or most auspicious star in period 9, starting last couple of years. And you want to, hey, period 9, let's start something, star number 9, I want to make good use of that. probably you will think about that. But think about that carefully, because of the formation of the achievement, that also suggests that if you want to start with star 9, you want to activate star 9, then that also means that if you want to gain the wealth by using star 9, then you need to let go of something old. You cannot do the same old thing. Your business, or let's say about your business, you may not able to gain really well from the star 9 through the activation of star 9 by, I want to, I can use back the same thing, the same style that I've been doing, the same strategy, the same plan, because they were not really going to work. Yeah, because to use that sector in star 9, Southwest in this year, you need to let go of the old style, the old things. You need to be creative. You need to be innovative. You need to really let go of certain things. I don't know, depends on what kind of business, like what you're doing. You really need to, especially the old styles. Yeah, you really need to come up something new, to really match into the energies pattern that in the Southwest with the star 9. Then something more creative. You need to let go of the old star. What has been in the past, being really successful in your business, may not be working well in the coming years if you use that all the next couples of years. Yeah, if you understand the meaning of star 9, and especially if you want to start already starting to use this year, so it is really a turning point for you to make a change. Yeah, if you want to activate, to use this sector, to gain wealth. Yeah, so I got a question here from Sonia. If star 2 is a future wealth star, what is the illness star then? So you see, because star 2, every star themselves have the potential in terms of illness, even star 9. Yeah. So star 9 itself, of course, because it is a prosperous, so the negative part of it is being suppressed or being quite minimized, unless you really have a bad negative feature outside. So for example, star 9 or in period 9, yeah, look at your house natal chart. If you have in your star 9 natal chart, if you outside of your house have a negative feature like a pylon or a big old almost dying tree, so these are the negative feature where can cause even star 9 as a prosperous star, bringing it out the negative effect. So there could be some other things like, if you want to talk about, let's say illness as an example, could be eye-related disease or heart-related disease, because star 9 also representing heart and eye, right? So back to your question on the star 2 is a future wealth star, and so it is in the flying star natal chart. It is no longer an illness star, so you can make good use. You can use that instead. For myself, for example, I'm changing my one of the bedroom to the my flying star natal chart having the star 2, because on the star 2 for the natal chart it is become prosperous. Yeah, but we still take precautions. I don't say that you cannot use now. We still take precautions when you want to use star 2, because star 2 is a star of accumulations, a wealth accumulation. So like your properties, your assets, if you do this kind anything like passive incomes where you receive accumulated wealth, everything like more on the passive income, but your rental, for example, certain revenue through monthly subscriptions or monthly payment. So these are the effect of a star 2. So star 2 related to land and properties and farms. So things that you can get, the wealth you can get through accumulations. Yeah. And there's no other star here. We will name it as a illness star, probably the last 80 years or so after period 2. Period 2, I cannot remember which year was that. It was 18 something or 19 something, So after that, it become retreating. And after that, I think starting period 3 was retreating. Starting period 4, it become negative. And period 5, even more negative, continue to negative for the last couples of like 80 years. So people has been naming it as an illness star. So I wouldn't say that we need to give a name to any star that we see here as illness star. Star 5 is going to be very, very inauspicious in period 9. So star 5 can also bring illness, and star 5 actually worse than star 2, but no, we don't give star 5 as an illness star because we can also still use that because star 5 also named as a kingmaker, but they come with a risk. So, but star 9 5 in period 9 is going to be very, very inauspicious, so very, very negative, very calamity. So it can bring different sort of undesirable situations. If you activate it, or we usually don't want to put things like bedroom, especially bedroom or your study desk or your office or the kitchen in star 5, from the natal chart perspective. But from the annual perspective, that if you understand that this star 5 or all this chart, they go in different sector, every year or different month. So then you do not activate, do not use it actively, that area. Sonia asks again, the location of your house is also significant in activating the star. I do not really understand your questions. Location of your house is significant in activating. To me, it's more like what would you like to achieve? And based on your question, are you talking about your natal chart or your the annual? So your natal chart stay the same, it doesn't change, but the annual energy, it changes. So it will, for example, 9 will come to your southwest, 7 will come to your south sector, 2 will come to your southeast. So in this time, in these years, these are the annual energy in the sector, different sector of your house. Of course, you need to understand how to get your house facing directions. And the easy way to, after you know your house facing direction, if you are not a practitioner, because as a practitioner, as a consultant, we will use a compass, 24 mountain compass, to identify where are the sector, and then to look at that, how are we going, what do we want to use, or how are we, which area we should not touch. So if you do not have a 24 mountain compass, which I will share later as well, then you can do this 9 grid, less accurate because later on you can't do other things, which I'm going to share as well. You can use a 9 grid so to roughly get to know where are these stars or where are this energy located. So if I look at the whole Qi Men chart, the good sector, if it was me, for my personal, I will use northeast. Although northeast, some of you may say, hey, star 6 is not prosperous anymore, right? But star 6 actually is still a good star. It doesn't mean it's not a wealth star, like bringing you wealth now, but it is more like something, if you look into something into long term. So I will, if I look into on the Qi Men, so a combination, I put an additional layer of Qi Men into that, I will say the northeast, we can use the east, okay, southeast, okay, also, and northwest as well, you can use. They have a different, of course, different meaning. So northwest is more on the health. Northeast is on the long-term wealth, that you need to plan, you need to set the strategies. So this is a sector that you can use, especially for your home office, for example. And on the east, that you like to get helpful people, because you have the heavenly star there as well. So that can help you to get helpful people into your life or into your work or into your, depends on what you want to achieve, right? So east corner is also an area that you can use. And southeast, if you have an asset you want to manage, you want to increase your asset, and you are healthy, then yes, I would say that you can use that. But if you are the person who is, previously you have some kind of illness that potentially being accumulate, then I will not advise you to use that. Be cautious, because we don't know, every different, and this is not a one size fit all. You have a different feature externally, you have a different target, you have different life goal, or all this, then we can put into the different layer. How do you want to use that? All right, so this is a generally we can look into general explanations on how the energy distributions in 2024. What is next? Okay, so which is important now that come to a stage where now here it is important, you need to have a floor plan. Yeah, so whether if you're a practitioner, you definitely know you need a floor plan, or if you're new to this, because nowadays when you have a floor plan, it's much easier, so you can identify the energy. Otherwise, you can also hire a local Feng Shui consultant where go to your home, taking the floor plan, and then tell you, yeah. But nowadays, in the modern days, now we use, for me, I use the digital 24 mountains to place on the floor plan because it's more convenient. Or you can have your transparency, that you print your 24 mountain into a transparency, then you can start to plot and check on the sector. Yeah. So, but the reason I'm not going to plot the every numbers like what we see here, the number, not this number into this, but what I'm going to share with you in this, because when we look into more precise, we want more accurate, then if you want to, let's say, southeast, yeah, there are certain areas that you need to pay attention to, that you cannot really don't want to actively use that, or in certain area you need to be cautious as well. So let's look at the negative part of the negative energy other than 5 yellow. So we know 5 yellow here, star 5 is most negative stars. Yeah, and we don't want to activate it. We don't want to actively using that location, that sector. So if that sector is unfortunately is your door, then you may, if you have other door, you can use other door. If you have only that door opening on your west, then open and in, don't bang the door, don't cause this kind of vibrational energy that may activate the stuff, the 5 yellow. Yeah, don't plant a tree in front of your house where your west sector is, because that will also, by digging the ground, that can activate 5 yellow. Yeah, so this is some form of the activations. So other than 5 yellow, so now I'm going to talk about the negative energy. Other than 5 yellow, what are the negative energies that you should not touch? Yeah. So let's look at that. So example, let's say this is your floor plan. Yeah. So you have door here, so it doesn't matter. Then you can put your compass, your 24 mountain compass. So I just realized that I didn't put the name. I didn't type the name on my slide, but never mind, I can explain that to you. So as you know that in 2024, the dragon, yeah, is located in the southeast one. So the southeast one also your Grand Duke sector. So I hope by this time you're not so confused. Don't confuse it, because I was talking about a flying star, then I combined with the Chiman, and now I'm talking into the different part of the energies, different side of the energy, where what are the 2024 from the Grand Deal, the year breaker, your 3 killings located. Yeah. So for that, by just having the 8 sectors, you can't get the correct sector from just the 8 sector that we have from the flying star, because the flying star, you only have the 8 sectors from the south, north, west, and east, and then southwest, southeast, northwest, and northeast. But when we want to be into more precise, into looking into what are the other negative energy that you should pay attention and not doing any activation there. The first one is a Grand Deal sector. Definitely, you do not want to trigger or activate the energy in the Grand Deal. Although You also have a southeast sector as a star too, that earlier I just mentioned you can use if you are a healthy person, but just watch your health, for example. And if you have an asset and inclination, but you can choose others. There are southeast, let me see. Okay, I just realized that I put this one. Okay, southeast is here. My apologies. Southeast is here at the dragon side, huh? So this is southwest. I think I must have forgotten my reading glasses when I do that. So I cannot change it here now. So please, your southeast is this sector. Yeah, so do not touch your southeast, meaning no digging, no renovations, no hacking, no drilling hole, nothing in your southeast. Because if you do that, it will activate the Grand Duke. Then it's just like you're offending the Grand Duke. So regardless of your animal sign. So, you know, because when we talk about the animal signs, oh, you're a dragon here, so you're offending the Grand Duke, blah, 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 right? So similar thing. So if you activate the sector of the southeast one, which is, can you see? Let me see. I cannot put my pointer here because I'm using a streaming software. Somehow it doesn't allow me to do that. So southeast one, to be precise, okay? Apologies for the mistake of the triangle sector that I put it there. So just imagine that sector. So your house, southeast sector, don't do any renovation or even thinking of planting a tree outside there. So it's not I would not advise to do that. Then you will trigger Grand Duke. And that means you may have some undesirable situation happen. All this negative star, we can't tell like what kind of things, what kind of accidents, or what kind of undesirable obstacle or challenges that will happen. Nobody knows. Yeah. But if the accident activated, then kind of you will know like, how come this month I had to spend money to repair this and repair that? The bulb here broken, the other one followed by the other one. It's kind of a series of things happening and you don't know why these things happen. Yeah. The next one is the year breaker. Okay, this one I got it. All right. I just realized that why is all okay. This one I got it correct. Northeast one. Okay. Your northeast one is the dog sector. So that is also your year breaker. So you don't want to touch anything on the year breaker as well. So if you plan any renovation, actually here is quite straightforward. So I'm telling you, here is quite straightforward. So all this negative sector here that I'm going to share the next few slides with the compass here is no digging on the ground, no hacking on the floor, on the wall, no means no renovation, no drilling, screw. So if you want to hang a picture, you can put a sticker or whatever other means. Don't put the screw drilling on the wall because these kind of vibrations, digging, cause the vibration energy and that will activate. This is a way of activating all the negative chi. This is one of the way to do that. Yeah, this can be a way of activating a good energy as well. But there are other ways to do that because this kind of digging or renovation is strong enough. Yeah, to activate this and to mitigate it later is going to be complicated and troublesome. Yeah. Because that is not by just doing flying star or whatsoever. We will look into a different sector. Could be one or two sector that you need to do something to mitigate it, and it's going to be more complicated and could be reduced, and we don't know whether it is completely mitigated or not. Of course, if there's no activation, you do not need to do anything actually. Yeah. So what is most important is don't activate it. Don't do this this kind of activity. So because if there's no activation, it is okay if your bedroom is in the grandeur sector. It is okay if your bedroom is on the year breaker because you don't do something purposely to intentionally to activate that. So that is the thing. So this is rather easier for people to follow. That's why I wanted to share. So this is not flying star. Yeah, this is where are the negative energies to do. Of course, we also have a positive sector we can do, but that requires certain action to do this. Of course, that depends on individual target and individual situation. So that I don't share here. I share more on the negative sector where everybody can do that, right? Everybody can know aware like, oh, I shouldn't. If you're thinking to plant a tree outside your northeast one, so don't do that. But you can plant in the northeast sector. That's why having a compass, a 24 mountain compass is convenient so that you know it's not the entire northeast. You cannot do anything. Yeah. It's only northeast one. So you need to have this compass on the floor plan so you know. Even outside your boundary, not just within your house, outside your boundary. If your neighbor is doing something, especially on your 5 yellow Grand Duke and this negative sector, that will affect you as well. Less, but if you do it on outside, just your boundary is stronger, but your neighbor will still affect you. Yeah. So pay attention on that. So the year breaker, you don't want to activate as well because there is also clash with the Grand Duke. There is also a negative sector that will cause undesirable incidents. Yeah, I just use this example because it can be just causing different things. Yeah, we never know. Yeah. And the next one is quite a big sector here. This is tree killing or sansa. Yeah, tree killings. Don't think about killing, but it just named as tree killings. So it is the whole south and southwest tree, and let me see. I don't know why the triangle have gone. It's on your south, okay? So it's the whole south. So it's on the southwest one, the whole south and southeast 3 as well. So your southeast 3. So this triangle is somehow I plotted. Okay, I seriously don't understand how that happened. Could be really I forgot my reading glass. Then I didn't wear my reading glass, so it's supposed to be here, but doesn't matter. This is not your floor plan, but now you know is for the tree killing is on the south, the whole south sector, southeast 3 and southwest 1. Yeah, so these are the area, quite a big portion of the area where you don't want to touch it. Yeah, you don't want to do those activities. So just give you an example like the south sector for last year was the U and G Jia capital. Yeah, this is also a negative part. Yeah, so I was thinking to planting a tree on my south sector, and because of the last year it was U and Jia capital Sa over there, so I say okay, I don't do that. And this year is a tree killing there, so I still cannot do that. I need to wait for next year. So I think next year I will not plant a tree there anymore. So I lose that kind of, sometimes it comes and after you have to wait for 2 years to really plant the tree, then probably you don't want to do that anymore. So I am, yeah. So initially I wanted to plant a tree outside of the south, but last year I can't do that, and this year I can't do that as well. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, the same thing. So your south, once again, southwest 1 and southeast 3. And the next one is, your 5 yellow, the whole west sector. Yeah, the 5 yellow. So you can't, don't do anything means of any activations. All right. So let's get back to here. So now you know, like, even if you want to activate southeast 2, or if you want to do something on the southwest, so there are still certain portion of the southwest that you shouldn't be really use it. There are other ways by using the 24 mountains compass on your floor plan. Then you can select the location exact properly to do your activations. Yeah. Or the easiest thing, if you don't know how to use the activations, right? The easiest thing is put yourself there. Then that benefit you, because if you do the activations, that means you are activating for the whole family. Yeah, you're benefiting the whole family. And if you putting yourself there, is yourself. And actually the most effective way is putting yourself there, because that you yourself is a form of energy as well. When you do your activity, like relevant activity, like if you want to be let's say star 6, yeah, in the northeast, you want to put your study desk in northeast. So that help you with, you know, having a better business plan, or, you know, helping you into gaining a more leadership in your company. If you're working in the corporate, this kind of big corporations, and star 6 is one of the area that you can use, and that will actually help you, especially if you put your office desk there. And of course, don't put your office desk there where you don't use it. So you need to use it and do the relevant activity in order to, you know, to enjoy or to sync with the energy, because we ourselves is also a form of energy, right? So that you can make good use of that. All right. So, all right, I think this is for today for the 2024 annual Feng Shui outlook forecast for this year. So I'll come to the end. So thank you very much for your for watching. Yeah, so please help me like and share, so for more people to get to know this information as well. Yeah, and I will see you in the next forecast. I think that I will do for February. That's a February monthly flying star. Thank you for watching. My name is Pauline, and have a good day. Bye bye.